Hello everyone, my name is History Nuggets, and today we are going to be talking about the colonizations of Greenland and Vinland. The major Viking expansion campaigns during the early Middle Ages were thanks to there being no more arable pasture land in Scandinavia. Seeing this, advances in shipbuilding would take place heavily in the 8th century, and tools would be formed to eventually lead these great expeditions. Eventually, after the settlement of Iceland, famine would occur on the island. This would lead to the search for new harvest areas in the 970s AD. The seafarer Gunnlaugsson had already stumbled upon Greenland, so the island was already known of by this point. Eric the Red of Iceland, after committing murder, would be exiled from the island of Iceland. He would then sail to Greenland, establishing Eriksfjord in 983 AD. He would also find Brattilo in the more temperate region of the island. He would then explore beyond the Arctic Circle and would eventually sail about to Iceland. In Iceland, he would convince 700 people to come to Greenland for the quote-unquote green lands that were there. This would be a major lie, but would convince them to go. The western settlements would be reestablished, and by the year 1000, all climately relevant areas in Greenland were gone. Eric the Red would be a major leader in the region, but Greenland would never be politically organized like Iceland. The colony would eventually become Christian, and Eric's son would eventually be born, Leif Erikson. Leif Erikson would be blown off course after trying to get to Norway, leading to Leif discovering Vinland. He would explore the area, finding grapes, wheat, and maple trees. Leif Erikson would stash these materials and would return to Greenland, rescuing a group of shipwrecked sailors along the way. After Eriksson's journey, as well as his failed camp in the region, his brother, Thorvald Eriksson, would sail with 30 men to Vinland. Establishing Leif's camp, he would attack 9 natives in the region, resulting in one escaping and returning with a major force. The Norse would stay for a little longer, running away from the natives, but Thorvald would die due to an arrow, resulting in the Norse leaving. Thorfinn Karlsefni would send 160 men on an expedition landing at Stromfjord. He would gain peaceful relations with the natives and would trade for milk and furs. The natives would eventually attack due to being scared of a bull letting loose in the camp, resulting in the Norsemen fleeing. This cover would eventually leave when they returned to Iceland after the reestablishment failed. The Greenlandic settlements would eventually become abandoned due to lots of reasons. The western settlement would be abandoned, most likely due to the natives, the Skralling killing off the villagers. King Magnus of Sweden attempted to recover these bodies only to find no one. The Icelandic bishop would also eventually see people on the west coast, but after another voyage, no one was there. Declines in trade relations also cut off settlements from important supplies like wood and iron. Piracy also potentially helped, with possible murders of the inhabitants occurring. All in all, the Viking campaigns in North America were not as successful as Iceland's, but saw many European discoveries, more than we had ever seen by this point. This is History Nuggets. Thank you for watching.